Skip it up and that up. So I got to give a huge shout out to the King of Winter 07. He sent me the Eurogamer article again and gave me a heads up that in that Wii U article, right on top, they posted an apology saying this: "We've updated the headline of this article to better reflect the content of the story. Sega was referring to the visuals of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing transform on the Wii U compared to the visuals of other versions, not the graphics capabilities of the Wii U itself. Sorry for the confusion this has caused." So the reactions I got from my Eurogaming is Lying video were pretty funny. Most of them were positive. People were happy I called them out on what seemed to be them purposely giving misinformation to their viewers just to get more people to click on the article. So the first batch of negative comments I got is that I was doing the same thing as Eurogamer. I was making a sensational title to bring people to watch the video. But here's the thing. Yeah, the title was sensational because what Eurogamer did was sensational, and I backed it up by taking a screen capture of the article and highlighting where they lied, so I could back up what I said. So how am I being a sensationalist if the title of my video matches the content of the video? That makes no sense. And I have proof to back up what I'm talking about. I don't think so. The second one I got is that people were happy that they were knocking Nintendo. Oh, I hate Nintendo. I hope the Wii U fails. I'm glad they're putting out this kind of information about them. You know, instead of saying, I'm pissed off that this supposedly reputable website is giving me misinformation purposely to get more traffic to their articles. No, I'm happy that they're knocking the system. That's all I care about. Let them lie as much as they want to. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's a great way to be. The other thing I got accused of in the comment section is being Nintendo's white knight. You don't get it. If it was them talking about Microsoft and making a misleading article, I would have been pissed. If it was them talking about Sony, about the PS4, I would have been just as pissed. It was the fact that they seemed to be blatantly putting misinformation out there to get more traffic to their website is what bothered me. It wasn't that they were talking about Nintendo. I would have did the same thing if they were talking about a car company like Toyota. If they made a misleading article about Toyota or whatever, I would have been just as pissed. That's what bothered me, not that it was Nintendo. The other thing I got to is that I was being melodramatic. Of course, these people also accused me of doing the same thing with the Eurogamer is lying video, and they said the article wasn't that bad and I was just being melodramatic. If I was being melodramatic, why would Eurogamer apologize and update the article? Maybe because they were wrong and either made a mistake or purposely lied, which honestly I think it was the latter, and now they're just trying to cover their asses. Have a seat, please. It's amazing and frightening how people's emotions don't allow them to be objective. Now, let me tell you a story. It does tie into what happened with Eurogamer. Part-time, really part-time, like a couple hours a week, I worked at a political survey place where you called people and you would have them do a political survey. And there was one on Mitt Romney, okay? And I'm like, and so yada yada, sir, are you going to vote Democrat or Republican? This guy was a Southerner. He was in the 70s, and it is exactly how he sounded. I'm being dead serious. He's like, well, my daddy was a Republican, my granddaddy was a Republican, and my great-granddaddy was a Republican, so I gotta vote Republican. My family vote Republican. I'm gonna be a Republican till the day I die. I would never vote Democrat. I would never vote Independent. I just vote Republican, just like my daddy and my great-granddaddy and my grandpa all voted Republican. Just like that, and he stuttered just like that, too. And as this moron's talking, I feel my blood pressure rising. My blood is boiling. I'm thinking to myself, okay, you don't care about Mitt Romney's track record. You don't care what he's done as governor. You don't care what his take is on foreign policy, healthcare, job creation. You just care that he's part of the Republican Party, and your daddy and granddaddy and great-granddaddy were all Republicans. And you feel emotionally invested in the Republican Party, and you feel you would be disrespecting your family if you didn't vote Republican. You don't care about thinking objectively. You don't care about what's right for you and the country. You just care about doing what the rest of your family did, just like a friggin' sheep. And I saw that when I called out Eurogamer. People were more concerned about bashing Nintendo because they're a fanboy of the other companies, were more concerned about trolling me, and probably the PR police from Eurogamer were more concerned about writing comments to cover their ass under my video than they were about the fact that a a journalistic website, whether it be tech or political, was straight up lying to you to get your attention. That was the main focus of why I made that video, not because it was Nintendo, or which I wasn't, to make a sensationalist video to get people to come watch it. That wasn't the point, and people totally missed the point I was trying to make, is that someone was lying to you. Look, the bottom line here is, whether it comes to tech journalism sites, or whether it comes to political news sites like, CNN, mainstream media, be objective, man. Make decisions on facts. Don't just trust the first thing that comes your way, or don't listen to propaganda just because it's what you want to hear. This is much bigger than Eurogamer stretching the truth about the Wii U. If we just listen to what politicians, corporations, and news websites tell us, we're not doing our job as consumers and citizens. We're not keeping these corporations and these congressmen and these news sites in check. And when we don't do that, that's what breeds lies and corruption, because they're like, oh, they'll believe anything we tell them. I mean, perfect example. Look at all the mainstream news sites and news channels when it came to SOPA, PIPA, and ACTA. They never once mentioned it. And why? Because they didn't want it to get into your ear, because the corporations that own those news sites wanted SOPA, PIPA, and ACTA to be passed. And it almost worked, because I remember talking to people about SOPA and PIPA. You know what people said to me who didn't get it? Oh, I don't see it on the news, so it can't be that big of a deal. If it wasn't for people like me and you raising hell on the internet and making these crappy bills public and defying our government and defying the news sites and channels that weren't talking about it and were trying to push this through, SOPA or PIPA or ACTA would have passed. Think about that. So I know I sound like I'm getting much bigger than this whole Eurogamer debacle with the Wii U. It's like, Rich, you're talking about politics and these major things, and all this was someone talking about a video game console. But it really is kind of the same thing. Stop being happy if you're a Nintendo hater that, they're shitting on the Wii U. I'm glad they did, even if they're lying. And think about the big picture. A supposedly reputable tech journalism website purposely gave you misinformation, more than likely, to get you to click on their article so they can make revenue off of you. Whether you hate Nintendo or not, that should make you angry. And because people like me called them out, they apologized. And you know what? At least for a while, they'll be on their toes and make sure not to do it. Mark my words. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to get that off my chest, because my chest is incredible and I don't want things weighing it down. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below and enjoy the last few seconds of this match, which I royally kicked ass in. Have a good one, folks. News stories will be up tomorrow.